Welcome back. On Sunday, I had the joy of going on what they call a weed walk through the nature of the Ozarks and learning how many unsuspecting plants we can actually eat. Take a look. I am at the Forest Garden Yurts down in Reed Spring. First of all, this place is amazing, and the first thing I did was get a tour. But the point that I'm here is to go on a weed walk with Bo Brown. He's going to teach us all about the edible things in Missouri. And then there's a dinner. Rachel West is back with us, and she was the chef tonight, cooking all things wild, edibles, and delicious and gorgeous. I've seen pictures of her food, so I cannot wait to try it. This is Bo Brown. He's the one that took us on the weed tour, and I had so much fun, and I learned a lot. There's so much about this area. I've been here my whole life, and I don't know about these things.
That's why I wrote a book.
Yeah, what's the name of your book?
Foraging the Ozarks.
Okay.
You get it on Amazon or from my website at firstearth.org.
Okay, and how long have you been doing this?
Started professionally teaching in about 90, 91, around in there, but I got into it in the early mid-70s. Once I got into it, it was one of those obsession things, and foraging was part of it, trying to feed yourself.
There are so many compounds, trace elements, minerals, and not, let alone the higher levels of nutrition and vitamins and all that kind of stuff that is in wild plants that we have literally bred out of our domesticated plants. Now, if you guys when we go to eat, I prepared a recipe out of the book called, well, in the book it's 3-mint dolmas, but if you heard of dolmas, it's stuffed grape leaves. Well, I got the idea to use perilla leaves because they're big enough and they're nice tasting. It's a mint almost with a licorice aftertaste. I got into cooking about 25, 30 years ago and just wanted to cook ethnic dishes, and wanted to make filet gumbo. So I looked up and it called for a half cup of filet powder. I had no idea what that was. I went to called every grocery store in town. Nobody had heard of it. Finally found one place that had it. It was a little 1-ounce bottle for $5. And I got it home and was getting ready to make the stuff, and I looked on it and it said ingredients: dried ground sassafras leaves. It's like I'm looking out my window at a whole grove of this stuff.
We've met Rachel West before. She prepared the food. It was so good and so beautiful. So Rachel, who is your friend here?
Amanda. She has the Forest Garden Yurts here, and I stayed at her B&B up here for the whole weekend. Okay. And so she's got like this cute little bathhouse and little yurt, and so we cooked up the forest for about 20 people, and it was sold out the day that we announced it. So hopefully we're going to be doing a lot more this fall and spring.
Starting out, you're going to have a cucumber salad. The cucumber salad was made with a blue spruce vinegar that aged for about a year. The vinegar is a white wine vinegar. It has autumn olives. It has maple cambium, which is really naturally sweet, and then a bunch of the blue spruce tips. It's got cherry tomatoes, red onion, and then the cucumber. The pasta salad is made with brown rice noodles. It has zucchini in it. And the main bulk of all of the flavor that you're going to get is just from olive oil that's been soaked in a smoked mustard. We have a salad that is made with, it's a fresh salad. It's got greens, candied walnuts, feta, strawberries, and then your dressing is an elderberry shrub. So that's, again, the white wine vinegar. The elderberries were soaked for about 2 years and aged, and then I just turn it into a simple syrup. So that's your dressing. I also looked in this week into finding a whole bunch of oysters, and so I whipped up an oyster pate. So all I did was caramelize onions.
I clarify
Oyster mushrooms. I caramelized garlic, onions, and then I caramelized the mushrooms in with it, blended it in a food processor, and added just a little bit of sour cream. And then the deviled eggs have wild garlic, so they're going to be green, and then I top them with red bud. Then we have a cheesecake, and I've got a dandelion caramel that's going to go all over the top of it.
How can people find you?
Eating the Ozarks, or on Once Upon a Weed on Facebook.
You can find us at forestgardenyurts.com, and we're open to hosting events like this and anything else that you want to do here in the future.
Down in Reed Spring, close to Galena, it's a really neat place that we